Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today I wanted to discuss Big Herta right before her release, as I've been able now to test her for about a week, so I did want to give my thoughts on her overall value, free-to-play friendliness, and if she is worth pulling. Before we begin today's video, let me know which character from 3.0 and beyond you were the most excited for. Lastly, if you enjoy videos like this, do make sure to subscribe, hit the like button to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. To begin, let's go over Herta's kit. Herta will be an Ice Erudition character who focuses on inflicting interpretation stacks onto enemies, which will increase the damage that she deals onto enemies with her enhanced skill. And her enhanced skill is a huge source of her damage output. Interpretation can stack up to 42, and teammates will be able to assist with stacking interpretation onto enemies by attacking them. Erudition characters on the team will be able to stack additional interpretation stacks onto enemies. And overall, when it comes to Herta's interpretation stacks, you'll want to get as close as possible to 42 stacks on an enemy when you use your enhanced skill, as each stack of interpretation will increase the damage multiplier, and this will actually further increase if you do have another Erudition character alongside Herta. And if the primary target's interpretation stacks are at 42, the ice damage dealt by Herta will increase by 50% until the end of the attack. Additionally, a nice perk Herta has within her kit is that at the start of each wave, 25 stacks of interpretation are applied to a random enemy, which this does prioritize elite enemies or above. When enemies with interpretation leave the field or are defeated, their interpretation stacks will actually be transferred to another enemy, once again prioritizing elite enemies or higher. Herta being able to inflict 25 stacks at the start of each wave heavily assists with getting closer to 42 stacks, and enemies that are defeated on their field, their stacks being able to transfer to another enemy is mentioned. This will also assist with getting closer to 42 stacks after your first enhanced skill that you use within each wave. As for how Herta gets her enhanced skill, she'll have to use her ultimate, which does have a hefty 220 energy cost. So while this energy cost is very high, Herta's trace, Aloofy Honest, I believe I said that right. If I didn't, my bad guys, but this trace will allow teammates to actually help with regenerating energy for Herta, as every target attacked will regenerate 3 fixed energy for Herta, and you could do this for a maximum of 5 targets, which this results in upwards to 15 fixed energy. Characters with high AoE attacking frequency will be able to nicely assist with generating energy for Herta, which can consist of course, the Erudition character alongside Herta, but also sustains that have high attacking frequency. For example, Linksha, as she could take advantage of her skills, ultimates, follow-ups, and so on. Once you use Herta's ultimate, she'll advance herself forward by 100%, which allows her to immediately attack again, and her ultimate will grant her a stack of inspiration, which lets Herta now take advantage of her enhanced skill. Herta's attack will also increase after using her ultimate. It's also worth noting that for every stack of interpretation inflicted onto enemies throughout battle, Herta will gain 1 stack of the answer, which can stack up to 99 times, and every stack will increase her ultimate's damage multiplier by 1%. The answer stacks will remain for the entire battle. As for Herta's additional benefits, her trace from Beyond the Veil will increase all allies' crit damage by 80% if another Erudition character is on the team, and Herta herself of course can take advantage of this as well. Lastly, Herta's technique is nice for treasure hunting, as she'll reveal up to 3 basic treasures on the map, and her technique is also very nice for simulated universe as well, since she'll be able to inflict true damage onto enemies equal to a percentage of their HP, which can assist with making the mode a bit easier. Overall, when it comes to Big Herta's playstyle, she relies on team members to assist with giving her energy for her ultimate usage, as well as assisting with stacking interpretation onto enemies so that Herta is able to deal massive damage onto them with her enhanced skill. And now that we've gone over her playstyle, let's actually discuss her team variety. So when it comes to team variety, Big Herta can take advantage of very budget-friendly teams, consisting of Big Herta, Serval or Little Herta, Remembrance Trailblazer, and Gallagher, 2 more premium teams consisting of more 5 stars such as Jade, Linksha, Sunday, Robin, and so on. When it comes to team building with Big Herta, you will want to have an additional Erudition character alongside her, as this will synergize very nicely with Herta's kit, as she will gain additional benefits from one other Erudition character being alongside her in battle. So you do want to build her with another Erudition character in mind. So when it comes to Herta teams, some examples can consist of Herta with Serval, as Serval can frequently use her ultimate as she only has a 100 energy cost. Especially with the passkey light cone and an energy regen rope, Serval will be able to use her ultimate very frequently. Remembrance Trailblazer can assist with advancing forward Herta as well as providing her MEMS support, which will allow Big Herta to take advantage of true damage. And Aglaea can also equip Quid Pro Quo to assist with generating energy for an ally. Other teams can consist of Big Herta alongside Little Herta with the support of your choice, alongside a sustain of your choice as well. I have showcased a couple of Big Herta teams on the channel showing the variety of teams she can take advantage of. Herta can be used alongside Himiko, especially if Himiko is able to take advantage of her follow-up frequently, which if enemies are fire weak, Lingsha can nicely assist with this. Herta and Jade can work nicely together, and if you do have Lingsha, you can actually make Lingsha the deck collector, as she has high AoE attacking frequency, which can assist with getting Jade more stacks to inflict frequent follow-up attacks onto enemies. And both Lingsha and Jade can assist with inflicting interpretation onto enemies, as well as generating energy for Herta. Herta can be used alongside Argenti. I've seen fun cases of Herta alongside Rappa as well. And when it comes to the supports, Remembrance Trailblazer will be a great free-to-play option for the advance forward, as well as providing true damage for Big Herta. Robin can provide 100% advance forward to the team, damage buffs, attack buffs, and so on. Sunday can provide damage buffs, crit rate, crit damage, 100% advance forward, as well as more energy for Herta. Ruah Mei can provide damage buffs, speed, ult-type res pen. Kayla can inflict AoE defense reduction onto enemies. You can consider alternative supports as well, as Herta can nicely synergize with plenty of options. For the sustain options, the same applies, as Herta can take advantage of Lingsha's AoE frequency. Gallagher is a nice free-to-play option. Huohuo is great for the additional attack and energy for the entire team. Aventurine is great for his follow-ups, and so on. Overall, when it comes to team variety, Herta has a lot of options that free-to-play players can take advantage of, especially as Serval, Little Herta, and Remembrance Trailblazer are all free. Now that I've mentioned Herta's free-to-play friendliness regarding her teams, you may be wondering about her light cone. Her light cone does offer very nice benefits, and one very notable benefit is that she'll gain 1 skill point after using her ultimate, which ensures you'll be able to use her skill immediately after she uses her ultimate. Without her signature light cone, you'll have to keep an eye out on your skill point management, since if you use her skill and then use her ultimate afterwards, you'll now have to use another skill point to use her enhanced skill, which means you would end up using 2 skill points overall. Some tips I have for this though, as I have tested her with free-to-play light cones, would be to take advantage of allies' basic attacks when you can. For example, what's nice about Remembrance Trailblazer is that they can use their skill and from their basic attack very often, as Mem is now on the field after the initial skill. With a fast Remembrance Trailblazer build, they can nicely be utilized to gain back skill points for the team. Sustains can also take advantage of their basic attacks, and if Herta is close enough to getting energy for her ultimate that a basic attack would give enough energy, you can actually consider using a basic attack instead of a skill, and then using her ultimate and then using her enhanced skill. It'll feel very comfortable managing the skill point usage of the team with her signature light cone, but there are multiple ways to get around Herta's skill point usage within battle if you don't have her signature light cone. Now when it comes to Herta's value and if she's worthwhile, I would say if you're lacking a strong DPS character, especially since we haven't gotten a new Ice DPS option in a while, or if you simply like her animations and playstyle, I would say she's definitely a nice option to consider picking up. She has nice budget-friendly options, which assists with her free-to-play friendliness, and she also performs very nicely in numerous endgame modes. Something worth noting is that future Erudition characters can potentially be very nice partners for Big Herta, and we may end up having a situation similar to Acheron, where Jiao Cho came out and became one of Acheron's best supports. Herta may end up getting a new Erudition friend that is one of her best partners, and hopefully it ends up being Screwlum. That would be super cool. But regardless, if you do feel like your account already has enough DPS coverage, and you might actually be lacking more so supports than anything, then I would actually recommend taking a look at Robin, as she will be in 3.0, or for those interested in potentially Tribbie as a support option. Since Robin is in the second half of 3.0, you can wait until we get more information on Tribbie to decide which Harmony character you would prefer for your account. Overall though, I would say Big Herta is personally a nice pickup in my opinion, but if her playstyle or character doesn't interest you, then that is perfectly fine as well. I would love to know what you all think of Big Herta's value, if you'll be pulling yourself or if you plan to skip her. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.